Hey everyone, Joe here. I'm going to be doing today's Mod Monday, give Nick a little bit break. Um, so basically, I'm going to do Dragon Age 2. If you don't like it, then fine. I normally don't do this. I'm just giving him a little bit break. So let's take a good look at Dragon Age 2 and what I will be doing to it.
Alright everyone, basically I'm going to show you first is, of course, Dragon Age Plane. There are a few things to Dragon Age. I mean, there's a bunch of things. But the first thing, it's not really a mod, it's actually a DLC, is High Resolution Texture Pack that you can do, which I have installed right now. I'm not going to undo it or whatever, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on there. It does look a little bit better than original, so if you aren't happy with it, too bad. Loady, loady, loady. Alright. Right, as you see, like kind of textures, they look kind of really photoshopped. The simple waves. I mean, it's not a terrible looking game, but I don't know. Like if you go from the first one, I felt going from the first one like had a nice clean, I don't know, good look to it, even though it probably had lower textures, lower resolution textures than this. But I don't know, everything just kind of looks plain and lifeless.
If
But
you've
yeah,
got something to
we can
say, just
see
spit it
like
out. Are
everything
you sure
it
you want to
looks good, but
encourage
it's a
me?
little bit blurry.
I might be about to confess my undying love.
Alright, I'm gonna show you some here. The tiles and everything. They look good. They have a little bit of shine and everything to them. But you kind of start seeing a little bit of the fuzziness and the textures here.
Ah, you've returned. There's another letter waiting on your desk at your leisure.
In the bookcases and like that blurriness. I mean, this is even just this is the high resolution texture pack 2 from EA BioWare themselves. So to kind of give you an idea of what everything looks like before I switch it over. And honestly, the houses are one of the big ones that I notice a difference in. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely a step up from what they had. And unfortunately, I'm not going to show you because it seems to be a pain to uninstall it and reinstall it back in. But yeah, and here is the beginning scene. I switched the main character, just a male character, just for the hell of it. This. See all how I don't know how everything just kind of looks kind of bland, and I don't know. It just seemed like a step back a little bit from what we were used to in Dragon Age 1. Now, I just want to show you kind of what it's doing. We're using 1394 on the high res texture pack. Doing not too shabby.
I'm not interested in
Also,
stories.
I want
I
to
came to
just
hear
take a
the
notice of
truth.
her and
So
notice
what makes you
the
think I know the truth?
difference here.
Don't lie
This is
to
I
me.
have another
You
mod
knew him
specifically for
even
her,
before
so
he became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
alright, next, now I'm going to show you actually how to change and get your mods. So first I'm going to go to Nexus mods. They actually have a whole section here. It has a lot of them. Yeah, this is the one I got was Dragon Age Inquisition Cassandra. To me, I'm a huge like continuity person, so I kind of want everyone to kind of have the same basic look to them. And you can just go through here and browse files. Normally, I kind of took a look at top files, and the one that I will be mostly focused on is Dragon Age 2 Ultimate HD. I mean, there's tons of different ones, hair and everything, but you'll see how much of a difference this one has in look wise. As you can see, this is vanilla game, official HD, which to me it definitely sharper. You can tell it in the grass here, but it's nowhere near that quality. So basically all you have to do, and I'll take another look at another. I mean, there's tons of pictures here, and how much more high res it goes, and they even make things look a little more interesting, a little more torn and everything. I think they picked up a good job and did a good job in it. So download. Now there are two types here. Now if you're running on a card that is only like a 1 GB card or whatever, go with a normal pack 1 or pack 1 normal. It's still a high res. It's meant more. It's more like 2K textures instead of 4K. But it's pretty easy. You can either download with Nexus Mod Manager, but I just downloaded manually. I went with the pack 1 Ultra, which you need at least like a 2 gig by hard drive, or not hard drive, but video card memory, at least for it to handle it. And it says recommended 1440p monitors or above, but even so, you will still easily be able to tell the difference even on 1080. It's just you could probably get a little bit more out of it if you have a higher res. But yeah, you have to download all 3, and there is a little bit of a stipulation to this. So once you get them downloaded, and it'll even say in here that you need to download the LAA patch. Basically, it's a little program, and the nice thing about this program is you can use it on anything. So I'm going to go into my computer. We're going to go to my Origin Games. Actually, I'm not on the C drive. That's on the D drive. All right. Go Origin Games. Find your game. Then ship. Right click, and once you install the game, it's called CFF Explorer. Now you can open it because it recommends this because it needs to be able to use more RAM. Otherwise, it will lag. So what you need to do is go in the game. Go into not optional. File head. You go to file header on the side and go click here, and it'll give you a bunch of characteristics of the game. But the main thing, and you could do this on any game, especially if you mod it, that is a little bit older. Make sure it can handle greater than 2 GB of address set. Basically, what that does is it opens up more RAM to the program. So if you have any, I know people who mod Fallout 3 and stuff, that is very comes in very much handy. And then it's really easy. So you go and find your folder in your documents for BioWare and then Dragon Age 2. And you go to Packages, Core, and then there's an override. All you have to do, and this goes for almost all the mods that Dragon Age has. I'm going to take them. I have them over here on the other monitor. You just take your files, which are ERF files, and you slap them on in there. And it will automatically override any textures or anything. So let's hit play and see how the game now looks. Alright, and here we are. I mean, just look how much higher res. Like, they tried to do a decent job to keep the wave lines and some of it, but there's just a lot more detail there. Just looks a lot more crisp. Also, I mean, there's just a lot more detail. There's a lot more almost character to it. Like, the other one kind of seemed bland. Like, all the wood and everything has a nice feel to it. Ground looks a lot better. I mean, everything spikes. The cloth. I mean, it worked really hard, and there is a lot to this. Okay, one thing I wanted to add too is that opening up in the CFF editor actually helps even with load times. This game can take a little while to load, but it'll actually cut it basically in half. And as you see, like, the tiles are just, there's a lot more contrast in the lines. It has nice grooves. All the trees look a lot better. There's a lot more detail, like in the candles and the statues. All the flags or banners, I should say. I mean, all the leaves, you can actually kind of make out flowers and everything. You can get that right up against the camera. So we're in the Hawk Estate, and I mean, first thing you notice is the tiles. The tiles look a whole lot more high res. They have a lot better, I even think, specular shine to them. They feel a lot more realistic. Carpet, actually, you can like
There's a letter for you.
feel and see the fibers. It looks a lot more rough. One of the main things too that it does is it makes everything more vibrant. Everything has a lot more color to it, and that is the thing that pushes it over the edge, I think. There are a few things that they change, like the bookcases and everything are, they're not 100% with the continuity. So if that's a big problem to you, you might just want to stick with the official one. But to me, the game just did not look up to snuff for me. It's supposed to be a DirectX 11 game, and they had the high-res texture, and it just didn't seem like it was that much better. So I had to personally change it. But I mean, just even like on the base and all the little detail that you get out of it. All right. Like here, you can tell like everything has a little more depth and texture to it. You can see Cassandra
I came to hear the truth.
looks a little more like
what
Dragon
makes
Age
you think I
Inquisition.
know the truth?
Her, and also she has a little more
You
of that like
knew him even
skin
before
shine
he
off her
became
face
the
when you
champion.
get her in the light.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any
See
idea
there?
what's at stake here?
As you can see, it'll kind of kick up to almost 2 gigs. Sometimes it goes slightly over. So it will push the video card quite a bit with its usage. Also, another thing I wanted to show is this is one of the games that you can actually go into NVIDIA Control Panel if you have an NVIDIA card. Load this up. It always takes a second. Dragon Age 2, you can actually add the ambient occlusion override from NVIDIA. Go to quality, which is HBAO plus, and it gives a little bit extra boost in depth in the quality of the ambient occlusion. It does have SSAO, and it does a decent job, but HBAO plus is just definitely a lot better.
I'm taking it straight to the Grand Cleric. She
Alright.
will not be able to claim
I mean,
neutrality there.
basically, yeah, faces doesn't do too much, and uniforms I can't really tell any difference, but I think they did a really good job there. It's mostly in the environment that kind of bugged me the most. My inventory's full, and as you can see, the HBAO right there, and a little bit of shadow as I'm trying to fight here. Give it that little bit extra depth to it. That's not really a mod, but it's a little add-on you can do to it.
So as you can see, Dragon Age 2 is actually very, very easy to mod. It is, it has a very great modding community. Nexus Mods is a great place to go for any modding place. It's probably the best. But so, I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, follow me at merchant_lemon on Twitter. Go to our website, finalsavepoint.com. Follow us on Facebook, and of course follow Nick because he normally does a show at Cell Processing on Twitter. And hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.